Hey guys, I'm talking in this video about things that you want to invest in during recession. We all know right now in the world, maybe you're watching this 10 years in the future, but at this moment in time, we're sort of in a recession. What does it even mean to be in a recession? And also, what are the things that you should keep your finger on? Here I'm being a bit of a futurist, but I'm also applying some common sense rationale. Enjoy. What kind of investments should you be making during recession? Okay, there's a few ways to answer this question. Number one thing you should know is during recession, people lose confidence in the stock market. They start dumping off stock. And so you're seeing that with major stocks right now, all dumped, all low. That's good news, by the way, for the smart investor. Even the thing with FTX recently, and that having its effect on crypto market losing like, what was it, 60% or something like that of the value. This is where you should actually be grimacing, because if you've noticed for the last 60 years, charts have moved like this, up and down, ever flow. And what the majority of people do, according to sort of Elliott wave theory, is they buy greed waves, which means they buy at peaks, when things are high, when people are talking about them. And I need people to hear me, and it's going to sound counterintuitive. Buy when everybody is skeptical. Buy when it's cheap. Buy it now that it's tanked. Buy it now that it's bottomed. If it bottoms more, buy more. I know it doesn't make sense because it feels like you're catching a falling knife, but keep catching it. If it slides through, catch again and buy. Keep buying while it's slumped, because the day is coming when everything will be well again. All will be good. And suddenly, boom, the stock market is up and everybody will be talking about it. And at that point, you're going to look to buy when all the smart money is buying now when it's super cheap. This is the time you want to be committed, when it's cheap. That's my first thought. The second thing is, what should you be looking for in times of inflation? Food never dies. You should be looking at our necessities: food, diapers, nappies, paper, raw natural resources. I'll tell you, especially an area you should be looking at. Taiwan right now is looking at war. Why is Taiwan looking at war? This was something that was revealed by my friend Jason Ma, because the most traded commodity in the world used to be coffee, then it was oil, then it was coffee, then it was data. Today it's actually microchips. Taiwan makes 80% of the globe's microchips. This is why if China moves on Taiwan, we could have World War III quite literally. So one of the areas you want to be looking at is any kind of raw material or technology, silicon or precious metals like gold and silver, conductors that go into microchip technology. Because you're seeing right now there are shortages in creation of even things as simple as cameras, because they all require microchip technology. We're possibly looking at a war. Nations are moving towards weaponizing right now. Guess what they need? For IEDs, for weapons of mass destruction, for their airplanes. They need chips. And chips are in limited supply. So you want to be looking at investing in silicon-based companies. You want to be looking at investing in gold, silver, and precious metals. And then the third phase of things, and this is for my futurists now, you want to be looking at Web3. It's going to transform the whole world. Right now, they're not on 5G anymore in terms of the internet. They're looking at 10G now. We're looking at augmented reality and full immersion. We're looking at web-based cities, towns, regions. You want to be thinking ahead. What's going to be happening in augmented reality? You want to be buying and investing into the kind of companies right now that are forefronting the gaming industry in terms of Web3. So this is where your fingers should be, because the world is going to change. Even how we build our cities, our houses, they're all going to be built on Web3 technology. So you want to be thinking ahead. What could it look like? And what are the companies right now, even if you can't afford to be in the space, what are the companies right now that are in that space that you can put some of your funds in and diversify quite well into some of these penny stock companies, some of these startup companies who are looking and open to investments? These are sort of places I think that you should be looking to put your money. So another very powerful form of Web3 sort of based business is obviously the NFT space. You're seeing Disney moving into NFT. You're seeing McDonald's moving into NFT. You're seeing some of the biggest companies in the world pouring major amounts of their money into the NFT space. It's a very powerful system because it builds communities. You could imagine one day in the metaverse, whether that, and I believe personally, the metaverse it's come before its time. It's going to take time for people to catch on. Things like Oculus, Facebook, Meta, we're seeing it tank in terms of its stock value right now. I actually think it was well before its time. People right now are a bit afraid of recession. I don't know if they want to be disappearing into full immersion experiences. Already concerned for the state of mental health with just the mobile phone, let alone with being immersed. I think it needs to phase itself in. I believe that Apple's next move, if somebody doesn't jump ahead quickly, is going to be augmented reality glasses. I believe that the next iPhone is going to not be something you hold in your hand anymore. I believe it's going to be some kind of visor that you're going to be able to wear or that comes across your eye or something of that nature. You'll be able to answer your phone. You'll be able to type in an augmented world. You'll be able to see your text in front of you. You'll be able to pay with one eye, two eyes, whatever. And I believe they're going to create wearable technology that you and I will be able to hear, see who's calling us. We'll be able to FaceTime. The image will appear in front of us. Anywhere we look, they'll be there. We can set them static to a wall and talk to them there. I believe that's the future. If Apple's going to make a big move, its next big move, we're tired of them producing the same phone over and over and over again. I believe we're going to see Q's for goggles, some kind of glasses. I know Google tried it, but it was before its time. I believe that Apple are going to be the people who may lead the march, or some other company is going to come and slap them out of the industry. But as we move towards that sort of Web3 NFT base, you might want to be looking at businesses that are fronting the NFT world right now and the kind of belief systems and buy-in or underlying value they're creating around their technology. And so things, for example, obviously Blind Angels. We've created our own NFT that around it, you have obviously the community drive, but this is an NFT that pays out what we call blessings. Essentially, you are part of a Commonwealth economy because you own these Blind Angels, of which these Blind Angels now pay you reflections in terms of Ethereum every single week and month to your wallet. But on top of that, it gives you access to a metaverse of Web3 based entrepreneurial business-based content. So this is stuff that you want to be involved in, and it's going to be extremely powerful. And obviously you can find out more about it by the website that appears beneath this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you at the top. Guys, thank you so much for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, why don't you go ahead and click that like and subscribe button and share. Rumor has it those who do the combination of all end up becoming like crazy rich. I know I heard it, but that's what I heard. So we have a Black Friday sale coming up on the 25th of November. This is that chance for an early Christmas present. Nobody wants socks and underwear, so please stop, guys. We want that NFT, the gift that keeps on giving. So this is a great chance for you to give that Christmas present to somebody you love and care about, and make sure that they got that asset that will pay them for life. Guys, I hope you go ahead and join us on that meeting. Cancel whatever you got going on. See you at the top.